Carlos Alcaraz, the reigning Roland Garros champion, is preparing for a center court showdown against big-serving American Ben Shelton, the 13th seed. It's a match that promises fireworks, both in power and precision. Shelton, clearly relishing the moment, sees it as a rare and exciting opportunity. Playing the defending champion, round of 16, center court, that's a pretty cool opportunity, he says. Not a lot of people get that in their lifetime. Shelton, who's beginning to hit top form, is brimming with confidence. I like to think of myself as dangerous whenever I get to that place, he adds, emphasizing that he's ready to take on the challenge Alcaraz represents. This won't be their first encounter. The two have met twice before, and both times, Alcaraz dispatched the American in straight sets. But the Spaniard hasn't been entirely convincing this time around in Paris. Alcaraz has already dropped sets in each of his last two matches. Against Fabian Marozsan in the second round, he lost the second set 6-4 and admitted afterward that he struggled to cope with the Hungarian's level. "I couldn't handle it at times," he confessed. It was a rare moment of vulnerability from the typically composed Spaniard. In the third round, Alcaraz faced Bosnia's Damir Djumhur and emerged victorious, but it was far from a comfortable experience. "Today I honestly didn't enjoy it that much. I suffered quite a lot," he said following the match. Yet, for all his self-professed discomfort, Alcaraz remains a formidable force on clay. This season, he has only lost once on the red dirt, a defeat that came at the hands of Holger Rune in the Barcelona final. Rune, who's also vying for a quarterfinal spot, will take on the ever-talented Lorenzo Musetti in a night session match that's expected to be as artistic as it is intense. Rune enters the contest with the confidence of having already beaten Alcaraz this year. But his form at Roland Garros has been anything but steady. He's lost the opening set in 2 of his 3 matches so far, a concerning trend when margins are razor-thin at this stage of the tournament. Musetti, for his part, has been one of the most consistent performers on clay this season. He has reached at least the semi-finals in every clay court Masters event in 2025 and is in tremendous form. Though he did suffer a hiccup against Mariano Navone by dropping his first set of the tournament, he recovered well to assert his dominance. Rune knows exactly what he's up against. "He can't afford to give me the first set, and the same for me, I can't give it to him," he said in previewing their matchup. It's set to be a strategic battle between 2 of the game's rising stars. In other men's matches, American hopes lie with Tommy Paul and Frances Tiafoe. Paul, seeded 12th, faces Australia's Alexei Popyrin. Tiafoe, ranked 16th, takes on German Daniel Altmaier. Both Americans will be looking to push into the quarter-finals and continue their solid runs in Paris. On the women's side, the spotlight shifts to the titanic clash between Iga Swiatek and Elena Rybakina. Swiatek, the undisputed queen of Roland Garros with 3 consecutive titles, is facing a stern test in the 2022 Wimbledon champion. The Polish star had been asked earlier whether she preferred facing Rybakina or Jelena Ostapenko, who had defeated her in all 6 of their previous meetings. Swiatek responded with characteristic composure and a dash of humor. "Am I a good liar?" she joked when pretending that it didn't matter. Truth be told, it probably did. Rybakina, while still a tough opponent, doesn't carry the psychological edge that Ostapenko clearly holds over Swiatek. Swiatek will need to summon all of her clay court brilliance to overcome Rybakina's flat ground strokes and booming serve. The Kazakh is no stranger to the big stage and has proven she can rattle the top players with her aggressive style. Meanwhile, second seed Aryna Sabalenka is slated to take on Amanda Anisimova. Anisimova, a former semi-finalist at Roland Garros, has the tools to trouble anyone when she's locked in. Her mix of power and flair, combined with her past success on these courts, makes her a dangerous opponent. Sabalenka will have to be sharp from the first ball if she wants to avoid an upset. Jasmine Paolini, currently ranked 4th in the world, is also in action against Elena Svitolina. Paolini has enjoyed a breakout season, surging up the rankings with consistent performances across all surfaces. But Svitolina, a former world number 3 and Grand Slam semi-finalist, brings a wealth of experience and grit to the table. This match has all the ingredients to be a tightly contested thriller. Swiatek remains the favorite on the women's side, but she knows better than anyone that titles are earned, not handed out. Her demeanor on court, often described as poker-faced and laser-focused, reflects the burden of expectation she carries. Yet, time and again, she's shown that she thrives under pressure. Back in the men's draw, the emerging narrative is clear: Alcaraz, while still a top contender, appears more beatable than in past years. Whether Shelton can take advantage of that remains to be seen. The American's game, built on raw power, fearless hitting, and a fiery personality, might just be the formula needed to shake the Spaniard's rhythm. Should Alcaraz prevail, it would mark another step toward defending his title and solidifying his position as one of the sport's elite. But if Shelton pulls off the upset, it could herald a new chapter in men's tennis, a changing of the guard in real time. Rune and Musetti's matchup, too, holds deeper implications. With both players firmly part of the next generation, their performances here could be a barometer for who's ready to challenge the likes of Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner on the big stages going forward. As the tournament progresses, storylines are beginning to crystallize. The established names are being pushed by rising stars, and each match has the potential to flip the script. In Paris, on the slow, grinding clay of Roland Garros, nothing comes easy. Every point is earned, every win a test of both mind and body. From the poker-faced poise of Swiatek to the big serving audacity of Shelton, from Rune's swagger to Musetti's artistry, the drama is only just beginning. The second week of the French Open promises tension, upsets, breakthroughs, and perhaps even the birth of new champions. So as Sunday's matches loom, the clay courts of Roland Garros are set to witness passion, resilience, and unforgettable moments. For the players, it's about more than just advancing, it's about etching their names into the long and storied history of this great tournament. And for the fans, it's the reason they watch: the drama, the beauty, the unpredictability of tennis at its finest.